Welcome here to SEMA Show 2025. Today I'm going to be giving you a full tour of the craziest cars at this year's show, and at the end of the video you guys are going to see all of the insane cars roll out onto the Las Vegas Strip, so stay tuned for that. But let's get into the first crazy cars. Starting at the front of the line, we have a Ferrari Purosangue. I have never seen a modified Purosangue in my life. This is ridiculous. It is lowered and has the craziest body kit on it of all time. It has wide body fenders that flow so nicely and blue forged carbon everywhere. Carbon fiber mirrors as well. Carbon fiber side skirt. Look how massive this side skirt is. And the craziest part is the blue interior. Ferrari did so well with the Purosangue interior. This thing is crazy. Now, next to Purosangue, we have one of the most legendary Bugattis of all time, the Bugatti EB110 from the late 1990s. This is ridiculous. In the craziest blue paint of all time, and has these ridiculous custom wheels. Now, next to the EB110, we have a Lamborghini Revuelto in this nice dark pink here. This is ridiculous. The craziest Revuelto spec I've ever seen, and it has this crazy kit with dry carbon all over it. Dry carbon on the hood, dry carbon on the fender here. But the craziest part is the interior, full pink with white stitching and black as well. That is ridiculous. I think that is way better than the red on black. Next, we have one of the first 12 cylindries that I have ever seen that is modified. This is ridiculous. This car is lowered and it has the craziest MV forged wheels of all time. Yellow calipers. Take a look at this interior as well. White with yellow stitching, gloss carbon all over. Ferrari's carbon fiber looks so unique. It is a different kind of weave compared to the cars we were seeing earlier. Next, the craziest Rolls Royce I have ever seen in my entire life. Look at this orange interior. This thing is ridiculous. Orange on white. I would never want to get out of this car. Look on the seatbelt. The seatbelt literally fades from white to orange. This car also has a custom wide body kit. I've never seen anything like this. Look how it flows through the fender line here. Then moving on to the front, they gave it a full custom grille with triangles in it. And maybe this lights up. I have not seen this car do anything else, but triangles all throughout this front grille. And the Spirit of Ecstasy, instead of being black or silver, it's like transparent. That is crazy. But then underneath this insane lighting, we have a full exposed carbon fiber Pagani Huayra. This spec is ridiculous. Red pinstriping all throughout, and it has a red on black interior. This is literally a piece of art. That's what everyone says about Paganis. They are literally artwork on wheels, and I could not agree more. Literally, the fact that every single aspect of this car is carbon fiber is ridiculous. The craziest weave of all time. Looks much different than Ferrari carbon fiber, but I think Pagani definitely does it well. Moving along, over here we have a wide body Cullinan. This thing is literally ridiculous. It's almost in like a cream white color, and the wide body kit on this Cullinan is ridiculous. There's no bolts, so everything fits so seamlessly. And take a look at how massive these A13 wheels are compared to my hand. This is ridiculous. Chrome wheels on a Rolls Royce Cullinan, that is not something you see every day. We have one of the cleanest Ferrari SF90s I have ever seen. This one has a massive carbon fiber wing. I don't think I've ever seen one this big on an SF90. Duckbill wing goes right up. Huge diffuser as well. But then our second hypercar of the day, the McLaren P1 in this color shifting paint. This is crazy. This might be the best car of the Holy Trinity. What do you guys think? What is the best Holy Trinity car? Oh my goodness. You look at it from a different angle, it's red, purple, brown, all the different colors. Crazy. Carbon fiber all over this car, exposed carbon on the lip. Then we have like a candy apple red 992 GT3 RS. This thing has carbon fiber everywhere. A lot of times in the GT3 RS, you have plastic on all around the car. What's standard is plastic all along here, the diffuser, but not on this one. This car has carbon fiber even on the end of the wing, even carbon on these vents here on the front quarter panel. Usually they are plastic on the standard GT3 RS, so seeing them in carbon fiber looks so much better, makes the car fit so well. And of course, carbon fiber all over the front of this hood as well. But then in front of me here, we have one of the first modified Lamborghini Urus SEs I've ever seen. You can tell it's an SE because of the way the hood is. It's way more pointy in the front here. And it comes with updated headlights as well. We have now made our way up to the top floor of South Hall. There's already some crazy stuff in here, like a 992 GT3 with the craziest livery on it ever. I believe this is literally painted on. This is not a wrap. Check this out. It literally looks like it's straight out of a cartoon. Look at the Porsche logo down there. This thing looks like it was Sharpied on, but apparently it is literally painted, hand painted by these people. That is ridiculous. We've got another 992 painted in a crazy spec here. It's missing the headlights, it's missing like the fender here. I don't know what's going on here. It's also missing all of the windows, but the guy is behind it right now, painting it. Let's go look at that. I was not wrong. He is literally using some sort of Sharpie material to get all of these lines on the back of this GT3. That is so cool. And then over here we have a crazy painted mini truck and a Sylvia as well with really nice sparkling paint. Behind me we have a Porsche Cayman on this lift here. Super cool spec. It's got a wide body kit, crazy wheels, and a lot of carbon fiber. Look how wide those fenders are back there. That is sick. Okay, before we move on to Central Hall, of course I have to show you what is going on outside here. Of course, it's SEMA. There are massive trucks everywhere. These are ridiculous. We've got Clifford in all red here, a pink and black, more pink and black, and a blue and a white one. That is crazy. But you guys gotta see the Hoonigan booth. There is so much crazy stuff in there, so let's head over. Here we are at the Hoonigan section. Here we have the famous WRX that is Hoonigan and has done some crazy stunts over the years. Next, we've got Ken Block's world famous 911 time attack car in pink. Then we have a twin turbo Audi R8 with the craziest exhaust fabrication of all time. Come take a look at this. Yeah, look how insane this is. Triple exhaust tips. Crazy. Moving along, we have a slammed wide-body Ferrari, then a McLaren 720S with forged carbon everywhere and orange accents. A ridiculous twin turbo truck, oh my gosh. A new BMW M2, a whole bunch of off-road vehicles like this Jeep, an E92 M3, a GR Corolla, and an RWB in a Golf livery spec, as well as this ridiculously lifted Volkswagen Beetle. That is crazy. Well, here in my opinion is the craziest truck at all of SEMA, a truck with 17 turbos on it. This is built by Whistle and Diesel, the one and only. This is the craziest rig I have ever seen on a truck at SEMA. I wonder how all these work at all. This is crazy. Some more of the cars outside. We have an R34 GTR that has gold plated on the engine bay. This is ridiculous. Huge black turbo as well. This thing is pushing well over 1,000 horsepower. That is ridiculous. And also a full carbon fiber Porsche Cayman. This is ridiculous. Carbon everywhere in this thing. Carbon mirrors, carbon hood, carbon fenders, everywhere. All right, we are now heading into Central Hall. Well, already we're greeted by some heavy hitters, a Ford GT in this like olive green here. This is ridiculous. And then an engine swap single turbo Toyota Supra. This has a Skyline GTR engine in it. This is not the regular B58 that you would get in the Mark V Supra. It's got racing bucket seats. This is ridiculous. I'm sure this thing is crazy fast. And look at the engine bay on the Ford GT. Crazy. And then the craziest C63 AMG I've ever seen. Full carbon fiber. This is ridiculous. Look at this wide body kit. This is literally a foot wide body kit. This makes this car insanely wide, and the wheels have carbon on them as well. Blue center lock as well to match the blue interior. Are you kidding me? And then come along to the back as well. The biggest wing on a C63 of all time and the craziest diffuser. Look how much air goes through there. This is literally a race car. Moving along, we have a built G87 M2. This is ridiculous. Single turbo in chrome as well. They literally removed one of the headlights to feed more air into that turbo. That is insane. We are now at the Vorsteiner booth, and we have a Huracan STO. Then we have a 911 Turbo S in Nardo Gray. Moving along, a Lamborghini Revuelto in dry carbon fiber with another body kit. Crazy wing on the back there. And then one of the greatest Ferraris of all time, the Ferrari 458. Oh my goodness. One of the last real Ferraris ever made, naturally aspirated V8. Now, I never thought an Infiniti could look this cool. This is the QX80R spec in a ridiculous midnight color shifting paint. There's a whole massive carbon fiber front splitter and a 450 horsepower twin turbo V6. Take a look at that engine bay. That is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this on an Infiniti ever. We walk around the car. It has massive bronze wheels and the biggest diffuser I've ever seen on an SUV. Look at these massive chrome and titanium exhaust tips. That is crazy. I don't even know if this is on the market, but if it was, I would 100% get this as a family car. This is ridiculous. Moving on to some classic cars, we have a C2 Corvette and a C1 Corvette. Here at the Barrett-Jackson booth, we have some pristine cars, another C2 Corvette, and then a Brabus Rocket 900. This is the craziest Porsche, I think, of all time. It's technically a Brabus, but it's also a Porsche. It is a base 911 Turbo S that Brabus takes, and they do an entire kit. They add so much carbon fiber, they change the fenders, but most of all, they do insane engine mods that make this thing have 900 horsepower from the stock 600 horsepower, giving this car a 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds and a top speed of 215 miles an hour. They literally gave this one a full blue interior to match the exterior. That is ridiculous. Behind me, we have a twin turbo Huracan. Take a look at this. No rear bumper and the craziest exhaust work of all time. Similar to what that R8 was outside, but this one has 4 pipes and 2 massive turbos. Yeah, this is literally insane. A red G80 with a single turbo and a hood exit exhaust, beadlock wheels. This thing is easily over 1,000 horsepower. That is ridiculous. Adro front bumper kit as well. I think this looks so much better than the stock G80 front grille. Well, here might be the biggest truck of all of SEMA. This is a huge monster truck. Look how tall this thing is compared to me. I am 5'10". This is insane. How do you even get up here? That is ridiculous. All of the components underneath this car, I can't even imagine how much this thing is. Here is my first GTR of SEMA. This is crazy. This thing is slammed to the ground, probably on air ride suspension, all blacked out. This is epic. Now in here we have an M4 that is slammed to the ground as well, but we have the new M5 in Ruby Star. A lot of people hate on the new M5, but I think honestly it looks very good, especially in this color. That is ridiculous. Paint match ski box as well. Carbon fiber all over. Yo. Now this is crazy. We've got an off-road Safari 911. Look how high this thing is off the ground, and it's got a wide body kit as well, both the defenders, and there's a tire in the front. Yeah, I would for sure want to off-road in this thing. Nice. Then we have another 992 G23 RS. I don't know how I feel about these wheels, but white on blue, pretty nice spec. Oh my gosh. Like I was saying before, this is what it looks like on the stock car. It's basically all these plastic pieces here. Remember earlier they had all carbon fiber? This is a non-YSAC package car. More just plastic here on the fender and the side skirt. The carbon fiber looks so much better on that car before. If you thought the GT3 RS looked aerodynamic, look at this Evo. Oh my gosh, look at the front canards there and this massive front splitter. Oh my goodness, take a look at these Shelbys here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a dark blue one here with red and white striping, red and black striping, my bad. Then we've got a dark green Shelby, a lighter blue Shelby, an even lighter blue Shelby, and a Mustang way down there in the corner. Let's take a look at how low this car should. That is not an Audi. That is not an Audi. They are lying to themselves. That is slammed to the ground though. Over here, another 911 GT3RS in more color shifting paint. This is like the most popular thing at SEMA this year. Cars that color shift. Literally another one, a Lamborghini Revuelto over here. Another color shifting Revuelto, pink, orange, purple. This is crazy. This one has bronze wheels and a bronze interior. Look at this Liberty Walk GTR. That is the craziest livery I've ever seen. What? They've got like trees to decorate as well. This is so nice. This is like straight out of Japan. Look at this front splitter. Oh my goodness. We've got a Challenger here with a parachute. That's how you know this thing is fast. Wide body kit as well. And a Huracan STO with probably the weirdest exhaust I've ever seen. What are they doing? What is this? Why does it need to go sideways? That is hilarious. We've got another R34 GTR. This might be the best color we've seen. A really nice dark blue with white wheels. And then we have another color shifting Revuelto. This is a different car, by the way. We literally just saw an identical one. This one has white wheels. The other one had silver or bronze, but oh my gosh. This is the most popular thing at SEMA, having color shifting paint. Did not see this in years past. I guess when you have an engine like this, you do not need an engine cover. Oh my gosh, twin turbo. These turbos are small, but that is still so sick. I'm sure this car is so insanely light and it blasts drive. Quad exit exhaust straight out the side. We've got an AMG GTS in a really epic livery. Yeah, this is definitely a wrap, but it's still super cool. Massive carbon wing on it as well, the biggest wing I've ever seen on a GTS. And then here we have a wide body 911 chrome, blue, and yellow, and pink. This is a super cool spec. Roll cage inside as well. Another wide body 911. This one flows so nicely. There's literally no kit bolted on the side here. It just flows very nicely in this crazy orange paint. I couldn't even tell you what car I'm looking at right now. That is insane. Well, the Tesla tunnel was super cool. We got here in literally like 1 minute. Here is Jake Schneider's twin turbo Lamborghini Huracan, 1,000 horsepower. This spec is so nice, but we're gonna head right into West Hall and see the insane hypercars and supercars. Well, before we walk into West Hall and see the crazy supercars and hypercars, there is a drift event going on right outside of here, and I can see they are going crazy, so let's check this out. This truck that's about to go has 2,000 horsepower. That is insane. Yeah, that was pretty insane, but we are now in West Hall, so let's see what they've got in here. Well, we have made it to West Hall, and already I have seen the craziest thing of my entire life, a Red Bull Formula 1 car. Over here we have a lot of people, but there are some special cars back there. We've got a purple Ferrari F40 and then a miniature Ferrari F40. This is not a Ferrari, but it's a little kit car that makes it look like just an F40. Then moving along, we have another McLaren P1, the craziest P1 I've ever seen. It is called the Silver Surfer P1, and this thing is entirely silver. Silver on the wing, silver on the wheels, silver everywhere, even over the taillights and on the windows. You cannot see while driving this McLaren P1. Look, The windshield is completely covered and the headlights as well. This is just a SEMA special build, but I think it looks super, super sick. We keep going along. We have a wide-body E92 M3 and a Tesla Model X that is slammed. Then we have a 911 Turbo S here, crazy spec. A wide-body kit Mustang, I've not seen that ever in my life. Then we have a 911 GT2 RS, gloss carbon all over this thing, and more color shifting paint. This is crazy. Red on black interior as well. This is ridiculous. The GT2 RS is so, so epic. And all of West Hall, people are just constantly wrapping cars like this Huracan, and then, oh my gosh, this AMG GT as well. They're turning it from black all the way to green. I got another STO in here. Then we've got an epic 720S in Nardo Gray, wide-body kit as well. There's so many wide-body cars at SEMA, it is insane. But now, here we go to some of the craziest cars at the entirety of SEMA show. The Apollo IE, AKA the Carbon Dragon. This thing is 1 of 10 in the entire world, owned by the Hamilton Collection. This is ridiculous. Blue carbon fiber, oh my gosh, this car is pretty much entirely exposed carbon fiber. They call it the Carbon Dragon for a reason. Then we have the Hennessy Venom F5, an American hypercar with 2,000 horsepower. Then moving along, we have a McLaren Senna in this crazy flaking black paint. So, so nice. That has got to be an expensive paint job. Dry carbon fiber on the hood. The Senna is a ridiculous hypercar. But then, of course, we have the end-all be-all, the Bugatti Chiron Supersport. 1,600 horsepower. This is one of the fastest cars in the entire world. This is ridiculous. Now we have the standard McLaren Senna right there, but behind me now, we have a Senna GTR. This is a tribute to the Marlboro livery. This is ridiculous. We got white, orange, and all over this thing. The steering wheel is ridiculous. Come check this out. A full racing steering wheel in there. Nothing but bucket seats and harnesses. This thing is designed for the track, and an even bigger wing compared to the normal Senna. And dude, that exhaust tip just looks mean. Huge carbon diffuser as well. Crazy. Speaking of cars getting wrapped, we have a Bugatti Chiron here, our second one of the day. Chrome wheels in there, wrapping it in this nice black on the sides here. Two-tone color. This is insane to see. They wrapped all of this yesterday. That is so cool. But then over here, I see quite possibly the craziest car at all SEMA show. Oh my God. The most ridiculous spec Pagani Huayra in the world. Like I said, people love their color shifting paint here at SEMA, and this is unlike anything we've seen all day. Oh my gosh. Black on white interior. Like I said, Pagani is insanely works of art. This is ridiculous. Chrome wheels, carbon fiber all over. I honestly like the fact that it is painted over in this crazy paint scheme, because if it was just carbon fiber, don't get me wrong, it's very cool, but the fact that it is painted over, they did it so, so well. Parts of the diffuser are painted, as well as some parts are exposed carbon fiber. And take a look at that white exhaust. Wow. This is the best Pagani I have ever seen in my entire life. And this has got to be the craziest interior I've ever seen on a Porsche. Oh my goodness. Green on orange. What in the world is this? I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. It almost looks like an Aston Martin Valkyrie or something similar to that, but this must be a new hypercar brand or something, because clearly there's like F1 roots. It has exactly the same design as like an F1 car with like the suspension components. You can see all in deep in there. It's entirely carbon fiber. I'm sure this thing is several $1 million. We've got our second Nissan GTR of the day. Of course, it is another wide body kit, but they have suction cups and they have put a bike on the back of this thing. That is so cool to see. Oh my goodness. Another McLaren P1. This is our third McLaren P1 today. This is crazy. Oh my goodness, the classic McLaren orange. And this car is like sitting like half in race mode, half not. Usually when the car is in park, like the wing is fully down. Like Alex Choi's P1 was all the way up in the wing. This one is it's like about halfway. I guess it's like a little glitch in the system here, but nonetheless, still very cool. Then we have quite possibly the craziest hypercar at all of SEMA show. Come here. The Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Oh my goodness. Dry carbon all over this thing. Exposed carbon. This is not paint, ladies and gentlemen. This is exposed blue carbon fiber. But maybe the craziest part of this Koenigsegg is the diamonds on the Koenigsegg logo on the back. That is like $1 million sitting there on that logo. This is a $5 million hypercar. Take a look at the interior on the Jesko. Oh my gosh, carbon literally everywhere. Crazy. Then over here we have a Ferrari 488 Pista, one of the most legendary Ferraris of all time. blue with red and white stripes. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what classic Ferrari this is, but I know it has to be extremely expensive. Most classic Ferraris are ridiculously in the millions. We're back outside. We think there's gonna be more drift events going on, so we'll see those real quick, and then we're gonna go to North Hall, our last and final hall of the day. Look at all the drift cars they have back here. This is insane. Toyota Supra, Chevys, and a drift Ferrari 599. That drifting was insane, but we are now headed off to North Hall, the last and final hall for SEMA Show 2025, and then after that will be the SEMA rollout, where we see the craziest cars on the street. We're welcome here to North Hall, the final hall for SEMA Show. Already we have an insane color-changing F1 car. This is owned by the Alex Choi, the same guy that had the Silver Surfer McLaren P1. Then over here we have a white wheel, purple wrap McLaren 12C Stradman spec. Already we have an orange Lamborghini Murcielago with an orange interior as well. Then in here, under these lights, we have a Huracan Super Trofeo Evo, the Huracan race car, full exposed carbon fiber, and it fades as well, black to red. We've got a Ferrari 488, the craziest Ferrari 296 I've ever seen. This is a crazy spec. Purple, carbon fiber all over, and a brown leather interior with carbon bucket seats. Oh my gosh. I have never seen a 296 modified this well. Check this out. In here we have a whole bunch of the Fast and Furious cars. Look at that, the Supra and the Skyline GTR. We've got a 720S in here. And then we have a G-Wagon 4x4 squared. This is definitely the best G-Wagon color in my opinion. And it's a 4x4, so it has the massive fenders, the big lift kit, the huge wheels. All right, we are now outside. We are right front and center where the cars gonna be rolling by. Check this out. Oh my goodness. Crazy paint. We are going to literally see every single car roll by us. Literally a massive truck rolling through here. Here goes Jake Schnatter in his Huracan. 2 more Huracans. Super sick wide body Supra. G-Wagon 6x6. Oh my God, this is insane. A 3-cab truck. Crazy spec Audi RS6. Epic G23 RS. W204 C63. That full carbon fiber came in from earlier this morning. R34 GTR. Another GTR. Wide body Supra. Another 6x6 G-Wagon. RS Q8. Look at the kit on this G87. That is the coolest wide body kit ever. The 17 turbo truck. A Huracan STO. Dodge Viper. RS6. The BMW Supra. This might be the tallest truck at all of SEMA. Oh my gosh. 300 SL Tesla swap. Super sick wide body AMG GTS rolling through. What is this? I've never seen anything like this in my life. Lamborghini Huracan and McLaren GT. Here is the Clifford red huge truck. Ferrari 488 Pista. McLaren Senna GTR.